Eric Holder, suspect in Nipsey Hussle sh00ting, is arrested. Video provided by NBC News. A suspect in the is in custody, authorities said, ending a two-day manhunt. Eric Holder, Los Angeles police detectives went to the L.A. County sheriff's. The arrest came after a woman, who authorities allege was Holder's getaway driver, turned herself in. She was later released. More said investigators believe the shooting was the result of a personal. Moore and Mayor Eric Garcetti both acknowledged the recent uptick in violence, particularly in South Los Angeles, and noted that Hussle's legacy was one of peace. Nipsey Hussle represents the enormity of the lives we have lost, Moore said. Nipsey Hussle, Garcetti said, was an artist who touched our city and lives far beyond the City of Angels, throughout the country and the world. The mayor said the worst way to answer the killing was with more violence, and that he hoped the community comes together to achieve the goals the rapper had set in recent years. This is about young people. Hussle was a tireless advocate for the young people of this city and of this world, he said, to lift them up with the possibility of not being imprisoned by where you come from or past mistakes, but the possibility of what comes in the future. The L.A. County Coroner's Police released Holder's name Monday night, when it led to several injuries. While a member of the crowd spoke of the late rapper at the memorial, dozens of people gathered for the event outside Hussle's store started running away. People fell on top. Numerous police cars and ambulances raced to the scene as officers yelled at people to leave the area. Robert Arcos, an LAPD assistant chief, told The Times that a fight appeared to have started the stampede after one person possibly pulled out a gun. The Los Angeles Fire Department took 19 people to hospitals, 2 people who were in critical condition, including one hurt in a car accident. 2 people with a Los Angeles Times reporter at the scene was among those trampled. Reporters in the air. Hundreds of novena candles left in memory of Hussle. You in a burst of gunfire that left 2 other people wounded. You were crushed as people fled. The shards injured. Moore praised the restraint of the police officers who tried to control the situation. Bottles were thrown at some officers, and a sergeant had to get stitches for a wound to his hand. The LAPD is working with community leaders to clean the area, protect the memorial and make it safe for visitors, Moore said. Hussle made no secret of his early life in a street gang, saying in a 2014 interview with YouTube channel Vlad TV that he had joined the Rollin' 60s, a notorious Crips gang clique, as a teenager. We dealt with death, with murder. It was like living it. Just before the shooting, Hussle tweeted, having strong enemies is a blessing. Moore put Hussle's killing in the context of a recent uptick in violence, noting that there had been 26 shootings and 10 homicides in the city since the previous Sunday. That's 36 families left picking up the pieces, Moore tweeted. We will work aggressive. Hussle had been set to meet with Moore and Police Commission President Steve Soboroff on Monday to talk about solutions to gang violence. Throughout the years, as he fostered success in his music career, he chose to reinvest and try to address the various underpinnings that fostered this environment. It's just terrible.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.